Alright, so the overhead squat, first video with my client. We're going to do the NASM overhead squat, which means he's going to be holding his hands above his head, and he's going to be squatting down roughly into, like you would be sitting into a chair at that height, so not like a deep squat as you would with FSM. And we're going to have him do 5 from the anterior view, we're going to do 5 from the lateral view, and 5 from the posterior view, looking at different things each time. So start him off and have him do 5 facing the camera this way with his arms straight above his head. And in this view, we're going to be looking at his knees tracking and making sure that his knees stay in line with his toes, as well as making sure that his feet don't turn out. So we're going to point point your index toe, so your second toe forward. Yep, there we go. And then about hip width. There we go. So I'll have him perform 5 of these squats, and again, we're going to be looking at the anterior view, seeing if there's any. It's good. So the knees are tracking good. Feet turn out slightly as he goes down. Good depth though. The knees track really well. Again, you don't see the toes move out too bad. That's good. So again, for your client, again from that anterior view, you're really just looking at the bottom half of those knees. You want to make sure that the knees are tracking straight forward over the toes, and that the toes don't turn out. That's going to be a big indicator of your ankle flexibility, especially. So now I'll have him do from the lateral view. So face that wall. So same thing. So in this one, we're going to be looking more at his shoulders. Do his shoulders raise up, and then at his posterior chain, basically seeing does his back round. So have your hands up. Don't hold your hands together though. Yep. So have him go down. See if he leans forward at all. There's a little forward lean of his hands, not a lot. Oh, you went down a little too low for yourself there. But not too bad. Shoulders don't really raise up at all. Lower back stays pretty tight. But he does lean forward a little bit. Again, you can see kind of the deeper he goes, his hands start to drop a little bit. So it's something we put down. Some tight lats. And finally, we'll look from the back, the posterior view. Posterior view, especially you're looking at the bottom half. You're looking at his heels. So his heels come off the ground again. Another major indicator of his ankle flexibility, as well as, does he shift his weight? So is he going to be shifting his weight from one hip to the other, which is common in a lot of individuals. Actually, you'll see them, their dominant leg, they'll shift the weight to their dominant leg. So go ahead, put your hands overhead. Make sure, again, those index toes pointing forward. Yep. So see here that the heels raise a little bit, shifts his weight, but not too bad. And it looks like he's shifting his weight just a little bit to his right leg. Not a lot. Again, that tends to happen with most people with their dominant leg. They do shift their hips a little bit, but not too bad. That's good. So, all in all, that was actually a really good performance. A lot of good mobility in his. We'd be pretty happy with that. We'd be pretty ready for him to go for most of that. Again, just try and focus on slightly making sure, try and work on his lats. His lats were a little bit tight, but other than that, it's pretty good.